Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Alan's Day. It's a Saturday morning, mid-April, in Wisconsin. Absolutely beautiful out there. But turn your attention this way, and here's how we're going to spend part of our day anyways. Working on Gene's Harmar horse trailer. It is a 2-horse slant, living quarters in the front. This is part, I think it's 15, working on this trailer, doing upgrades. So if there's 15 parts, that means there's been opportunity for a lot of upgrades. Upgrades and a lot of safety concerns mixed in with those upgrades there. But we're taking care of them one at a time. The next one, we got an unboxing. And what's in the box is a furnace for Gene's trailer. I'm not sure if it's because it's got the 4-foot short wall or it just wasn't optioned in there, but this trailer did not come with a furnace. It's got a hot water heater, it's got a refrigerator, and microwave and a few things in there, but no furnace. And last fall when Gene had this out, she got a little cold, so we're gonna fix that. So here's what we got here. Can't see much till we dump this thing out. I see no paperwork, no instructions. All I see is a box. Maybe there might be something in here. We got a box. We got styrofoam. Oh, I've got something that looks like paperwork here. Get this off here. More styrofoam. They did a good job packaging it. We've got no damage, but we got no paperwork. So let's see what we got. So this is our furnace that we're putting in here, and I'll see if I can track down the information and what I got. I think it was an eBay deal here. Let's see what we got. Got the front grill cover. The only paperwork I found with it was this warning label on here, but there's absolutely no paperwork with this. There's absolutely no model number, serial number, tag, or plate. But what I did do, every time I buy something on eBay, I print it off and I'll put that in the file. So this is a Suburban. It's a 2504 Ebike furnace. $575. And the only thing that it's a 2504, that's the only indication that that's the model numbers right there. A little disappointed in the packaging. Well, we'll get through this. I will do a Google search and find out some sort of a wiring diagram and a few little tips on hooking this up. We are all ready to do some Google searching. There's a process for this. And it starts with my the old RV chair out of the motorhome. Didn't do any good in the motorhome. Does a better job on a furniture dolly and a piece of plywood. This is where all the thinking happens. And I sit out here and this is my view. Now, I'll do some searching and figure out how to wire up that furnace and if there's any restrictions, just to get an idea of what I'm doing. I'm back and frustrated. After about 1 hour of my time, I figured this deal out. They sent the wrong part. So whoever this seller was here, I'm not even quite sure who the seller was on this one here. Off of eBay, they're not very good. Like I said, there's no instructions, no hardware, no screws, no nothing. What I did figure out is they sent the wrong part. This part is the way they had it, it's upside down. This is the exhaust. It needs to be at the top. And this little curved part needs to be at the top. This is the way it looks, so the picture is correct with that little part to the top. So, after looking, I found the part numbers for the ones that we need with the exhaust at the top and the lip going that way. This is the wrong one with the intake to the top and the exhaust at the bottom. So these are the part numbers for that. These are the part numbers of the part that I need. So this is what we have here. So this is the part that we need. And the first clue was when they had it, it was upside down and the furnace was upside down. So, very frustrating, but we can deal with it. So what I need to do is go find that part number with that part as compared to starting to drill holes and move it over. This particular part, it's only 20 bucks. So I guess that's worth it if I can find it. If not, we'll modify that. Now I know why it was so cheap on Amazon. Like I said, the price on here was $5.75. A lot of other RV sites, it was well up over $1,000. Maybe that's why. Let me get on my e-bike, do some pedaling. There's an RV shop that I think they're open Saturday morning, and they're about 5 miles that direction. Let me go up there and see if I can find the correct part. Take my readers off. And we are off. Well, it doesn't take long when you're going 25 miles an hour. You got to pedal though, but she'll do her. 26. We're getting there. We hit 28. That's a lot of pedaling though. Well, we're almost there. It's just across the field over there. Well, we made it to the RV dealer here. Let's go see if they've got the right parts here. They were sort of confused. They had a parts guy at the parts counter and he said he wasn't a parts guy. But no big deal. They're very nice people there here though. I will continue on with the furnace install, and I will just order one of those online from one of the other RV outlets. So see you when I get home. Back on my thinking chair. I just went online. I ordered one. It'll be here in a couple of days. But now that I've got that all figured out, that's not going to stop me from getting some holes drilled, getting that set up in there. But it's lunchtime, so we'll see you guys after lunch. Done with my lunch and my nap. Now it's back to work. So I got everything figured out, got it ordered. Gene ordered the correct part off of Amazon. Now, next step is make yourself a cardboard template. So this template is 9.5 by 9.5. That's the outside square of that. Now, let me show you where it is going to go. And that furnace is going to go right up here. Because I can't go in there because the refrigerator vent. Can't go in that lower area, it's all full of plumbing. That box is all full of plumbing. So this is my only option, and I think I like it. So this is going to go right here. And I looked on the back side, and I've got a clear open wall back there. There's nothing I'm going through. I've got wires back there, but I'll clear the wires. So let me get in there and cut myself out a square, and we're going to slide that in and get 2 holes in the back, and we're getting closer. And since I took Jean's door off right there, I'll have to shorten that up, and she's just going to get a little door right here then. I think she'll be okay with it. I don't think she can reach up on this one anyways. Well, let me get started cutting this out. Getting the hole laid out. I got my little square here. Got it set. Got the lines marked out, double checked it against my template. Now let's go find a weapon of choice to cut this out of here. Found my weapon of choice, a corded jigsaw. Let's see how that works. And just like that, we got her cut up. Let me get my mess vacuumed up here, and we'll test fit it in the hole, and then put some holes in the back through the trailer sides. That one you got to really pay attention. That's a one-shot deal. No second chances getting those holes once you drill through the side of the trailer, because Jean will be a little grumpy at me if I got a bunch of holes in her trailer.
Yes, I would.
Oh, she's here. She caught me. She said yes, she would.
What the hell are you doing?
So, let me get this or now that Jean's here, she can help me vacuum this up. This next step is the critical one. So, on the back of your box, you've got your exhaust and you've got your air intake. And we got to get those holes in the correct space on the back side of the trailer. So first of all, you got to put this on a flat surface so it's sitting solid. Next of all, get yourself a square, because this whole box was out of square, so I had to push that square. And then the next thing is take your square, slide that over to here, and you can see that this pipe is that way, about an 1/8 inch yet. It was a 1/2 inch over, and I bent it back straight. So I think it's going to be as good as it's get. That side plate cover up there is going to be just a little tweak, but nobody's going to see it where it's at. Oh, we got the cats over here helping. So, take your template that you made and make sure that it's going the correct... Oh, out of the way, cat. Oh, the cat's not moving. Now we need to transfer those two pipes onto our template and mark your template, furnace side, inside, so that when it gets put in there, you don't drill it on the wrong side. There's a little note, there's a little gap underneath here because there's little feet that come down, so lay your template here. But before you do that, take some Sharpie or something. There we go. Furnace side and put top on there. And take something very light and gentle. I got a little bitty wooden hammer here. Line up your template on the back there. And you can just barely see the outline. I'll take and outline those, put a center mark in those, and then I'll be ready to put my template up in the cabinet and drill some pilot holes through there. I sure wish they would have sent a nice little cardboard template along with when they sold us this. Well, I'd have been lucky. I'd have been happy if I even got a hardware or a book with it. But anyways, let me get my template marked out and we'll drill some pilot holes. Well, now that I got it marked out, double check it one more time with your tape measure. Go from the edge to the center, edge to the center, and then measure from the center. Check it on your template. And if everything looks good, you're ready to put your template in. Just a tip. I've got the furnace sitting the exact same direction in the world that's going to be sitting in the trailer. That way nothing gets spun in your head. You take your template here, just how it's sitting here, and you literally walk it over here. Note that that's the top. Note that that's the direction. And set it up in there. And we'll get the sideways distance set up there according to the front here. And we'll get some pilot holes drilled in there. We are ready to drill the holes. 2 1/4 inch hole saw up on the top. Now this is where something really bad can happen, like running this hole saw down the side of your trailer. If you slip, that breaks, or something else. So make sure you're up here and you hold the drill with 2 hands and make sure that you're on a steady, firm platform. And even if you need to get a partner to put one hand on the drill for you so nothing bad happens, and just take it slow and don't let it catch. Don't want to scare you. Anybody can do this, but believe me, I've walked a few hole saws down across something that should have been walking across. So let me get these holes drilled. In the 2 1/4. Let me just double check. 2 1/4. That one's going in the top. That's for the exhaust. Well, I made it through the first level there, and you saw that I had a frickin' bear hug on this thing here. That's what you got to do almost anytime you're drilling a big hole, because even these little 1/2 inch Milwaukees, they'll put the hurt on you and snap your wrist off. So let me finish getting these holes drilled and cleaned out. And we're going to slide it in there and see how it fits. Holes are drilled, but I'm still not happy. There's all this styrofoam. It's going to be laying right up against the hot exhaust pipe. So I took and I cut out of, or picked out about a 1/2 inch deep worth of styrofoam. And I'm going to put an aluminum ring on the inside there. So I just took a little strip of aluminum, 1 inch wide, 8 inches long, and I just put it in a vise, kink the ends, and I'll just sort of form this around. And what this is going to do, it's going to get put into this hole. So I will take and fill my hole up with my good caulking here. I'll just fill that whole thing up, smear that around, put a good heavy dose of that in there. And then, once I got that all in the hole, smeared around, then I'm going to pop my little ring in there and let that thing spring out. That way I got an extra little layer of protection. I'll bring you back when I get that whole thing in. This is a two-hand deal. There we go. I got it pushed in the hole. Got the hole filled with caulking in there. And now we'll get that pushed in there. I'll get that spread back in there. And I got myself a aluminum sleeve on the inside. Now I feel better about that exhaust going through the wall there. So, well, that's it for now. I got to go on the inside, do a little bit of cabinetry work on there to finish the fit on there, but and then I got to start hooking it up. But other than that, it's moving along pretty good. I'm still here. Took a couple day break from working on the trailer. Now, Friday night, nice outside, pretty nice inside too. So let me show you what we got going on here, where I left off. You saw me cutting the hole on the outside the trailer last. Then in the meantime, I built a box for the extension to come out here, because otherwise there was just, if you notice, there was just a cabinet up here. And in order to get the furnace to fit, I had to add about a 5 3/4 inch box sticking out here. I still got quite a bit of work to do on this yet to stain it in here, but let me just show you where what we got going on the inside here now. On the inside, you need to make sure that you have a flat surface to slide the furnace on. I got my holes in there. Now I'm doing a few more precautions, since it is a furnace and there's a fire and there's heat, just to keep things safe. On this back wall, I cut away a little piece on here. This is just something that's meltable, a little more flammable than a piece of wood. You saw me that I put that piece of aluminum on the inside of that hole, line that, put some caulk in there. That looks pretty good. The next thing I'm doing, I went over to the shear and I sheared up a piece of aluminum. This is that white trailer siding. I did not bend it to 90 degrees because that white trailer siding, it cracks if you bend it to 90 degrees a lot of times, and especially if you go with the grain on there. Believe it or not, all metal has a grain to it, or most metals have a grain to it. And in some cases, you got to be very cautious when you bend it to go the correct direction, or you're going to get some cracking there. So, anyways, that was your tip for today. So, took and bent up a piece of aluminum, and where that's going to go, it is going to slide into here. And that is going to go up against this back wall here. And that's just going to give you a little more precaution. It's going to keep any heat away from any wires. I got the wire chase up on top. So I've got that in there. I got my holes lined up. Now the next thing is you need to have a track that this slides into to keep it stable. So went and got some scrap wood, put a couple of holes in there. Real short screws I'm going to put in there. Anytime you're running screws into some place that's unknown, get some short screws in there. So this is going to go on this side here. Another wider piece that is going to go right here on this side, just like this. That way I got my track. Now the last piece on here, and I didn't show you yet, but I'm going to take another piece of that aluminum and I'm going to line on this cabinet here just as one more level of safety redundancy. So let me get a piece of aluminum sheared, and then I'm going to take this cabinet off of here and go do some more work on it. And some of the work that I have to do is I've got to put vent holes in the side. I've got to drill all the way up here. I'm going to put some vent holes along this surface right here. And some of the other things that I prepped already is made a door. This is the door. There was a long door here. I just taken busted it apart, shortened it up, and that door is going to go right here to flip this up here. So I've got to cut a hole here right next to the vents, and I just went and sheared up a piece of aluminum to drop down in the bottom side here. And that piece I'm going to take, just put a couple dollops of caulk underneath there, smack it down. Same with that back wall. I'll put a couple dollops of caulk. And we're getting closer to getting to finish. So let me pull this cabinet back off of here. Screw this down, caulk that in there. Test fit it one more time. And we'll keep on going on this Friday night. Let me show you what I got going on now. I got the correct intake and exhaust. This is the one that is supposed to come with this furnace here. This is the one they sent. You can see that the exhaust is on the bottom on the wrong one. On this model, the exhaust is on the top. So, got that squared away. Now, I've got the next piece of the puzzle ready to go here. We've got, this is the opening that I had to cut in here. And I put another piece of aluminum down on the bottom, and you saw me, I put that aluminum on the back. And I got to make that riser. Well, I finished that riser up, and here's the end result. So it is pretty straightforward. Some exhaust on here. And like I said, the critical part is you have to have a lot of venting for these furnaces to work properly. So here's what we got. Let me get that screwed in there, slide that furnace in. We'll start hooking a few wires up, and we're going to have heat pretty quick. The exhaust and intake is in. Feel pretty comfortable about that with all the upgrades we did with keeping the heat away from the trailer. And the furnace is in. Got it all set up in there. Like you saw, it turned out nice with the vents on the side. Got a little access cover in there Wrote myself a few little notes up there as far as the wires. The two blue go to the thermostat. Red is positive. Yellow's negative. Didn't have any instructions in there, but I Googled it. I think that's right. The only thing I got to do yet is hook up the gas line. I've got that on order from Amazon. I have a 10-foot 3/8 line. When that comes in, we'll get that set up. Thermostat. Opted for a simple thermostat. And it's just one button on the top. And away we go. And it's on. So, let me show you the thermostat. This is the thermostat that ended up putting in there. Now, I think it's ready to go as soon as I get the gas line in there. So, next item on the list, right here, is where I was going to put the furnace, but it wouldn't fit. So, this is going to be a silverware drawer for Gene and utensils for the kitchen. Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you learned a little bit on how to put one of these or how I put one of these furnaces in. So, well, we'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.